of the 500th home run club.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10. Dansby Swanson cracks one to center field. That ball's well hit. Turner going back. It's over his head, and that's going to ricochet back toward the infield. Dansby's got two. He's on his way to third. They're going to wave him. Here comes the throw to the plate. Dansby Swanson is safe. It's an inside the park home run. His first big league homer, and inside the park bomb in Washington. Can you believe that?
The long pause. Now the kick. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider. He has tied the Major League record for strikeouts in a game with 20 strikeouts. Randy Johnson, Kerry Wood, Roger Clemens, and now Max Scherzer are the only pitchers in the history of this game to fan 20.
Afternoon baseball now from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in New York. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the San Francisco Giants and the New York Mets. It's Mets baseball next on the show. Robert Gsellman, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he pitched into the fifth inning last outing. I think we've got to get more. I want to see more of this game. If he's able to go deeper, keep his team in it, and maybe walk away with the win. That's what I'm looking for in this game.
Stepping up to the plate, Eduardo Nunez. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Swing and a liner. Foul.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
He'll try again. 1-2. Swing and a liner. Throw too late, and he's on with an infield single to open up the ball game. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. Going to be interesting to see what they want to do with this one.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mets have decided to challenge.
Okay, we're going to
the
give one more
play.
look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
Overturned. And
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. One out, nobody on. Outside, 2-1. These Mets, Harold, as they take the field here today. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, it's been a little bit of up and down inconsistency. I mean, they're 2-3 in this homestand. Haven't played solid baseball, but they got a chance to get to the 500 mark with a win in this game right here. And then after that, who knows? Maybe get on a nice streak.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, I'm pretty excited to get a chance to see Brandon Crawford. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Another payoff pitch. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Back goes Lagares at the track, the wall, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo home run here for Brandon Belt. 7 home runs for him on the year now as the Giants are staked to a 1-0 lead.
Mark this one down as a lesson for the young pitcher. Hitters at this level will just continue to spoil pitches they don't like until they get that pitch they do like. Guess what? He really liked that one.
Into the box now, Brandon Crawford. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Hard hit ball to second. But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. 1 for the Giants. It's Brandon Belt. Bye-bye, baby. Home half of the first now from Citi Field. And the Giants are off to an early 1-0 lead. Matt Cain will be the man on the mound for the G-Men. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, last outing he only pitched 4 innings. So I know he was disappointed, as was their coaching staff. They're hoping he can get to the 5th, maybe even the 6th inning. He does that, it allows their bullpen a little more length and gives them a chance to win. So that's what we're looking for in this game.
Here's Juan Lagares. He'll lead things off against Matt Cain. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A changeup over the inside corner.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how we got the 2-2 count. I think he comes back with a changeup here.
And this is lined into left field for their first hit of the ball game. Here now is his Asdrubal Cabrera. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. 1-1 pitch coming now to Cabrera. Right over the middle, knee high. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Lagares runs. Hits this one hard the other way. And Cabrera's going to have himself a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Again, a little old school baseball. The number 2 hitter with a little bit of bat control. We're seeing guys in the 2 spot that have power, but I like a guy that has bat control. Send the runner right there. He gets the base hit. Now they're sitting 1st and 3rd.
Into the box, Michael Conforto. That one's in there, 3-1. Harold Reynolds, this Giants team, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in winners of 2 straight, and they've been playing some good baseball as well.
Yeah, they've won the first 2 games, Matt, here on the road. That's impressive anytime you do that. Now they're looking for the sweep. In this place, that's pretty good. Boy, that fastball in right there really makes him conscious of the inside pitch and starts cheating. Now you're set up to throw something away if you elect to do that.
Panic with the dive. The throw. One there. Just late. He's safe. An outstanding effort that time, but that's a base hit, and the run's in to score. Here's Neil Walker, and he's looking to turn the page. The bat's been ice cold over the last 8 or so ball games. Set to deliver on 3-0. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
That ball is above the zone. He got his hands on top of it, the old tomahawk, and got a base hit out of it.
Into the box now, Jay Bruce. He's a long ball threat, of course, currently number 4 in the National League home run race. First and second now, 1 man out. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Long throw to third. And no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
Well, nice job right there. He comes through with the RBI base hit, and now his side has the lead.
Third baseman, David Wright.
Standing in now, David Wright. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Crawford trying to get there. He makes the catch, but here comes the runner from third. And now a diving tag as he hangs on for a double play, and this inning is over. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors. And 1 man left on base. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Mets 2 and the Giants 1. Now at the plate, Buster Posey. He carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here comes another 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there. That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Oh, and it falls as he can't make the play. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning.
Well, let's take a look at the Mets defense, brought to you by Majestic. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often in this club.
Here's Joe Panik. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Walker onto the grass, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 7.
Settling in now, Justin Ruggiano. He went deep last night twice. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Rivera will put this one away, and the side is retired. Giants down in order. They're down 2-1. Striding into the box, Rene Rivera. Lifetime numbers against Matt Cain. 1 for 5. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive. But this will be foul. Once again, a 3-2. This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
Well, here we are with the leadoff hit in the second, and the pitcher really struggled in the first inning. So you got to be a little bit concerned. The stuff just doesn't look like it's there today.
And that brings up the catcher, T.J. Rivera. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. To Crawford for 1. And for the second time in 2 innings here this afternoon, they bounced into a double play.
Pitcher, Robert Gsellman.
Ready now, Robert Gsellman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. 2 out, nobody on. Line drive to left.
Well, he's been talking about how good a hitter he is right there. That line drive kind of gives you proof, man. He swung the bat nice right there.
Lagares.
Stepping in now, Juan Lagares. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Cain ready, the 1-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Mets leave 1. They still lead it 2-1. Back at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, as we are ready for the 3rd inning in this one. And the versatile Mac Williamson hits next. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Conforto is there. Makes the play. 1 away. So 1 away in the inning now. And before we get too much further, let's take a look at where the Mets find themselves in the race for the National League East. Into the box now, Matt Cain, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Bruce has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The batter.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eduardo Nunez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Skied into very shallow right. And Bruce will make the catch, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 2-1. Ready for another chance? Asdrubal Cabrera as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The 1-1 home to Cabrera. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. And he has started the home 3rd with the double.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Michael Conforto. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Cabrera rounds the corner and is headed home. Throw won't get him.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
In now, Neil Walker. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Riding in once again, Jay Bruce. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line toward right center. And this gets down, so it should be extra bases for right. 1 run scores. And this will come in far too late. He's in there at 3rd. And the 2nd run is in. It's now a 5-1 game.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, he didn't walk a run in. So instead, he makes the cardinal mistake of putting it right in the heart of the plate. And when you do that, you're going to pay the price. And that's exactly what happens with a 2 RBI double.
Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And he'll take the baseball here, so that'll be all this afternoon for Matt Cain. So he'll beat an early retreat here this afternoon as he could never really get into the flow of the ball game. Neil Ramirez is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Into the box, Rene Rivera. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Panic is there for it. 1 out. Now at the plate, T.J. Rivera. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runner still at 2nd and 3rd with 1 away now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. Ready with another 2-2. Hit out towards 2nd. Panic's got it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at 3rd will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Standing in now, Robert Gsellman. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Well, you can't fall back any further. This team they're playing right now is just too good. They're one of the best teams in the league, and they capitalize on mistakes. You got to get out of this inning if you want to have a chance to win this game. That's a nice spot for a pitcher down there below the knees, but I think that call is a little bit low.
Has a look. Now the pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards 2nd. Fielded by Panic. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Mets are out on top, 6-1. Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The payoff pitch one more time. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
Stepping in now, Brandon Belt. In there for a called strike. 3-2 now.
Matt, I thought he might be in jeopardy of walking the guy here for the first time in this game. Went down 3-0, but he's come all the way back 3-2 now, and I think he'll just make the guy put it in play or put one on the corner. He's going that good.
Lagares comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. That's in there, 3-1.
Well, I thought with 2 outs right there in that situation, he probably had the green light, 3-0. Maybe he didn't get it where he wanted or get the pitch he's looking for, so he took it. And I think he's probably swinging here, too, 3-1. Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Conforto is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Giants down in order. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Here's Juan Lagares. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
And he misses again. Ball 3. Waiting on deck is Drupal Cabrera. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
The shortstop, number 13, Asdrubal.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. Here's the 2-2. Runners on the move for second. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And this is a case of a pitcher letting his frustrations get the best of him. He feels like he gets robbed on the previous pitch, and he just rears back and really let it go on the next pitch, but it got away from him in a big way.
In now, Michael Conforto. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Chopped weakly to the left. To second for 1. Return throw is in time. And what do you know? They do get the double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out, but the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Here's Neil Walker, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The 2010 National League Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey, will start things out after the break. We've played 4 full. Mets out in front, 6-1. Here's Buster Posey now. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Lagares is under it. 1 out.
Now batting, second baseman.
A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Here's Joe Panik. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he'll try and tempt him with 1 in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The pitch. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Panik a bit out in front here as this will be fouled down the right side and out of play. Another 1-2 delivery. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Digging in to try it again, Justin Ruggiano. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 2-2 one more time. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Conforto is under it. And that's the 3rd out. Jay Bruce will be the one to lead us off when we return. It's the Mets 6 and the Giants 1. Derek Law, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Number 64, Derek Law.
Here's Jay Bruce now. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Oh, this is hit hard towards second, and that's going to be a base hit for Bruce.
Matt, did you see where they were playing him? They're playing him in the shift, and he just did not care. If he hit the ball hard, I guess that's his philosophy. It was going to get through anyway, and we saw it right there. Base hit into the shift.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Shoots this one over to first. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Well, the good ones have that bat control. You see right there, he had a hole on the right side. First baseman was holding. Second baseman playing double play depth. We shot it right through there on the right side for the hit. Nice job.
Into the box now, Rene Rivera. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 2-1 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Swinging a ball line hard towards short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Up next for the Mets.
And that brings up the catcher, T.J. Rivera. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
This guy's got a tremendous curveball. He just froze the hitter right there. Did you see that?
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there. Base hit. Span able to get to it quickly here, so they'll hold the runner at third.
Well, that was going to load the bases up. They held the runner up. They're really looking for a big inning right here, trying to get a big strike out of the next two hitters coming up.
Now in the box, Robert Gsellman. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Here's the 1-1. And all 3 runners on the move here. Now a bunt attempt here. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Something you don't see all that often anymore as the runner was breaking from third. The perfect suicide squeeze gets him a run. Standing in now, Juan Lagares. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
One pitch coming now to Cabrera. Looks at a curveball on the outside corner. Ready with the 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. 7 runs on 12 hits and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Hard hit ball to short. There is Crawford. He'll go the short way to panic at second, and that ends the inning. So 1 run here on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Mets lead this one 7-1. And the versatile Mac Williamson hits next. They'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Under it, Lagares, and there's 1 away.
Up next for the Giants,
Hunter Pence will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 8, Hunter Pence.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Bruce has a read on it. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in to try it again. Eduardo Nunez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a liner, but foul. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're down 7-1. Corey Guerin gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Ready for another chance? Michael Conforto. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-2 pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Second baseman.
Riding in once again, Neil Walker. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Sinker, 3-2 now. Due next is the dangerous Jay Bruce. Hit down the line at first. And this is past Belt on down the line, a fair ball.
Well, I think that might have been ball 4, but you never want the umpire to decide that. Go ahead and let it fly.
Fielder number 19, Jay Bruce.
Prior to the 3-2, we'll look to first, and he'll dive back in. Stepping in now, Jay Bruce. Squared that one up just a little late. Runner going a second time. Hard on the ground towards short. And that's in there for a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
I love running the guy on the 3-2 count. You know the pitcher's going to be around the plate. And if you got a guy that can handle the bat like this guy right here, you put the ball in play, and now you get the base hit on top of it, and you're sitting first and third. Beautiful.
Into the box, David Wright. Tough slider down low for a strike. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2 now to right. Hit well on the ground to first. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games, and he's a big part of it right here. That's his 3rd RBI, and they extend the lead in this ballgame.
In now, Rene Rivera. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
High in the air out to center field. Span is there, 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Ready once again, T.J. Rivera. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. 1-1, here it comes. Looks at a sinker over the inside part of the plate. This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 7th inning coming up. The Mets lead it 8-1. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Denard Span. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Fastball is in there. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Hit out towards second. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning.
A lot of base hits up the middle. Set your sights up the alleys and try to take it back up the middle hard like he did right here. Nice job.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
There's one on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Shortstop, Brandon.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. The Mets are out on top, 8-1. Hunter Strickland enters now in a mop-up role, as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Hunter Strickland.
Jose Reyes is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Line drive to center field, and Reyes is aboard with a leadoff single. So a nice job there by the pinch hitter, leading off the inning with a base hit, and it gives the top of the order something to work with. Digging in once again, Juan Lagares, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. 0-2, here it is. Runners off for second. In the dirt here. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. And forget about the double play now, as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Hit to third. No problem here, 1 away. Ready for another shot now as Dribble Cabrera, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
That's in there. Base hit. Reyes is on his way home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 9-1 ball game. When we looked at this game on paper before it started, I don't think any of us thought it would go down like this.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. And this will get all the way out toward the 375 sign now. Cabrera rounds third and is digging for the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, when you leave a pitch that high in the zone like that, you have to expect bad things to happen. So instead of a double play ball, he gives up a shot to the outfield, and that brings the runner all the way around from first to score.
Into the box now, Neil Walker. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
At the plate, Jay Bruce. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Ready with the 0-2. A fastball that just misses inside.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now.
Wow, the first 6 innings, this guy was sharp. 7th inning hasn't been the case so far. He needs to refocus again.
2-2 count. Here it comes. 3-2 now.
Wow, these guys are really grinding out their at-bats in this one. They're not making any outs easy to get, and that, of course, is having a huge impact on the pitch count.
Payoff pitch on its way. Now both runners on the move. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Span is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. So striding forward now, David Wright. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. He'll throw home with it, and not in time as the run scores. And he will score from third. A daring move as he scores on what ought to be called a wild pitch. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. In the air to left. Williamson's under it. And the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors. And a couple of men left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 11 and the Giants 1. Seth Lugo enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable lead with which to work. Here's Buster Posey now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
And Walker will put this one away for out number 1.
Now batting.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. Here's Joe Panik. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far.
That's the mark of a good hitter. You have to make every at-bat count regardless of the score.
Right fielder, Justin Ruggiano.
Standing in now, Justin Ruggiano. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. And this is going to get by right down the line. It's a fair ball. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Well, they've been struggling at the dish all game long, so stringing 2 hits back to back, one of them for extras, is a sign that they've got some life in them. We'll see if they can cash in here.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that will be ruled a strike. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the 2nd out. Nick Hundley will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 5, Nick Hundley.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Bruce is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Giants leave a couple. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Will Smith comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Smith.
And that brings up the catcher, T.J. Rivera. His career line against Will Smith. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Here it comes on 1-1. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Well, he finds himself in danger of walking the 8-hitter right here. That's just something you don't want to do. You walk the 8-hitter, the 9-hitter can bunt him over. Starts a big inning, he can hit and run. It could lead to a lot of problems.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Span is under it. 1 down.
Now batting.
Certainly not the most competitive game the 3 of us have ever witnessed. 11-1 our score as we head to the finish line finally in this one. Coming to the plate now, Seth Lugo. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. Ready on 1-2. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Standing in, Juan Lagares. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. But they're on autopilot, 11-1. Stepping into the box, Eduardo Nunez. Starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
The 3-2 one more time. Hard hit ball to second. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. So a good start to the inning for the Giants. Leadoff hitters aboard.
Center fielder number 2, Denard
At the plate,
Span.
Denard Span. Last time through was a base hit. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And the runner from first comes around to score.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Into the box, Brandon Belt. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. Slides down the left side, but foul. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a line drive, but right to Cabrera, and that's the first out. Digging in, Brandon Crawford. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball right side, and that is into right field, a base hit.
Well, let me explain to you why they held him up. I mean, you get the runner on second base, you get the base hit, but when you're down by as much as they are, you can't force another out right there in that situation.
In now, Buster Posey. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Drilled on the ground to short. Oh, and Cabrera bobbles it. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
Now batting.
And this is the case of being so concerned about the man on third that you forget to make the play and bobble it instead. So instead of being able to hold the runner, he gives up the unearned run.
This is a foul ball. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, Conforto. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Into the box, Justin Ruggiano. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. Drilled to first. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
11-3 the final score in this contest. New York brought the bats in this one with 18 total hits. Robert Gsellman earns win number 4 on the season as he finishes 7 innings with only 2 hits allowed. Matt Cain permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds and Dan Plezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious New York Mets. 11 runs on 18.
1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball punched on the ground. Utley kicks it. Still plenty of time. Wow! Utley sprawled in the dirt, flipped it back, and accurately to Gonzalez for an out. Oh, what a play.
The 2-2. Line drive, base hit. Souza cannot cut it off. It'll go to the wall. Gardner will score. A-Rod's at second.